Tell me a little bit about Jack the Ripper.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, you gave him that. I could see it. You
He
smiling.
don't know nothing about hip hop.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that was my first. I'm embarrassed about that name, but everybody's embarrassed by their first tag name.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jack the Ripper, cause my middle name is Jr.
Okay.
So I was trying to come up with the whole abbreviations, whatever thing, and I came up with Jack the Ripper. I didn't know. I came up with that in juvenile detention when I was locked up. I was 14 years old. I didn't know who Jack the Ripper was. I just know something about snow, and he was like a killer snowman. Was it?
Something like that.
In the movie? It was like a movie like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Not Jack the Ripper.
I don't know.
Jack Frost.
It was Jack Frost. My first name was Jack Frost. My first name was Jack. That's why I said that.
Jack Frost.
I changed it to Jack the Ripper because I took that name from my man, my friend that I was locked up with. Yeah, Frost. So he was pissed off because I was getting hot in jail with that name. You know what I mean? In juvenile detention. So he like, yo, come on, man. Like, they called me Jack Frost. So I changed it to Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there before, this all happened while I was doing like 18-month bid or 12-month bid. And by the time I was halfway through, I said, fuck that. I'm changing it to J.R. Ryder. Not similar to J.R. Ryder, but it's J.R. Ryder.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely.
But yeah, that's where Jack the Ripper came. That was like a 2-month little stint. That was. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry
about that.
So back in the day when it was maybe Jack the Ripper, did the staff there take you
even
around?
normal shit.
It's,
Yo, this normal shit.
Look.
Nardwar.
A little bit. You peeped that out, huh? Yeah. So back in the day, a little bit, did the staff members take you around from like building to building to freestyle, and they were getting a kick out of that?
Honestly, like as a youngin', I would even get free. I would get free everything, free studio time. Like I would get special privileges in jail. Like when I was in Spofford, that's when you speaking about. When I was in Spofford, I was so nice where it's like COs or staff members, because in juvenile detention they call staff members. They would take me from one unit to the next, which is against the rules, period. But they would take me from one to the next to battle the best kid in that unit.
Yeah.
And then I go to the next one and the next one. And that's how I met my man Don P. I don't know if you ever heard of Don P.
Is that right?
Yeah, Don P that's my guy. Shouts to Don P. He's still doing what he do. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I got special privileges because of that. You know what I mean? I got free studio time because of that, like all type of shit. But yeah, that happened. That definitely happened.
So we kind of progressed your like rap name, so to say, right? And I was like really interested when you changed it or had the theme of like Zeus, because what I think goes into, making timeless music is, stories of origin, unique voices. And of course, like we naturally, I think like accents, whether that's like a, like a New York or Harlem accent or maybe like a different cultural accent. And like, that's why I think like Akon kind of took off. And a guy that I think has like a real unique voice now is Dave East. Like the ruggedness to his voice is real different.
Shouts to East.
Yeah, definitely. And I like how we show love to the Locks with that song he had back. I think it's called Load My Gun, and he had Jada and Styles on it.
He did a whole album.
Ripped it.
Well, he did 2 albums. Styles
Yeah. So I've been really feeling that. But the sense of origin part with like Zeus and like Thunder, like how did that all come about? I've always been, curious about that.
So basically, Thunder stemmed from a line that Jewels spit on the radio when we was all on the radio. This is like maybe the second time I was on the radio. It was me, Cam, Jewels, and Jim. And Jewels said, that was the first time? Oh, the first time I was ever on the radio. He said, we the Dipset, Taliban, Thunderbirds, this is Eagle Town, boy. He said, what he said? Yeah. But anyway, I got that from that. I was inspired by that. Just like the same way, I think Jim got inspired by somebody that said Bird Gang. Like one of us has said it. You get what I'm saying?
Really? Oh, that's how I kind of.
Yeah, that's why I shortened it to Thunderbirds because I felt like I ain't no bird. So I dropped the bird and kept it Thunder. Now Zeus was like it just came from the heart because I feel like I'm the god of rap. I feel like I am God spiritually. You get what I'm saying? I feel like we all are God. You get what I'm saying? But not gods with an S, but God, period.
Right.
We all are one. But that and I felt like it made sense because I got thunder. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm Zeus. I feel like I'm God, you know what I mean, of rap, period. So it coincided. And honestly, it was organic. Like I didn't really think twice. It wasn't premeditated. I didn't say, oh, let me come up with mad names and which one is the best. I do a lot of things that I do organically. I try to feel my way through life. Like sometimes it has to hit me. Sometimes like my intuition has to say, yo, do this, or yeah, do that. I move on my own time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just came to me naturally with like no reason. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought that I kind of noticed it after you got out of jail that this kind of previous time was when I really started hearing like the thunder and the Zeus. I thought maybe like
because that's when I took on a persona. My voice changed. You know, I'm more mature. I'm more aware. You get what I'm saying? Like for me to be locked up, obviously I wasn't aware. I wasn't woke, like they call it or whatever. So it just was a new me. You get what I'm saying? And I would have ran with it even more. Cause I'm still run with it. That's still my nickname, but it kind of like fucked up my whole shit because I had shouts to Rich the Kid and I had Made in Tokyo, shouts to Made in Tokyo on the joint, and I didn't get clearance from the label. I ended up putting it out, and it got a few strikes, and it got taken down, and they wanted me to, sort it out. I didn't care, so I let it go. But the name of the tape, my first tape when I came home, was Meet Zeus. You get what I'm saying? So I was gonna build up a whole series of that and introduce people to a different side of me, a different level of me. You get what I'm saying?
Got you, 100%. Was there like anybody, and I don't like really bringing up like bad memories or anything, but like, was there anybody you met in there that was inspirational to you that maybe nobody knows about?
As far as what? As far as just in life or music or?
Just in general, when you were locked up, like meeting somebody in there that maybe changed the way you thought about things.
Oh, hell yeah. A lot of people that are around me, well, not out here right now, but a lot of people that I associate myself with are people I was locked up with.
Oh, really?
Honestly, because it's different than a friendship. It's like with friends, and I'm not going to say you find better friends in jail. Jail is corny. Jail is for the bozos. You get what I'm saying? But it's different, the bond you build in jail, because you're stripped of everything. No one, I'm not JR rated in there.
Right.
No one is above anyone. You could get a few, get some Jordans or something and sneak in some sneakers and shit. That shit don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
You get what I'm saying? You could only buy a certain amount every week at commissary. Same amount as me. You get what I'm saying? But with friends that you meet in the street, like me and you could become friends, right? And we exchange numbers. I'm back, when I come back to LA, we link, we go to a party, boom. That continues. You in New York or Jersey, yo, I'm in town, we link, go to parties, and now we building a rapport and we building a relationship. I really don't know you that well though. People base time and value that as my friendship is strong with that person, but I'm living with these dudes. I'm under the same roof. My bed is next to their bed. We eat together.
Right.
You can only get 2 boxes of chicken for the week. If I ran through my 2, they putting in 2. We making sure we all eat. We making sure the police don't fuck with none of us. We making sure nobody is going down for nothing extra. And they looking out for your well. And you can sort out who's the bozos, who's real, who's not, who's phony, who's fake.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You don't have to judge a person if he got on Gucci and he got on Louis and he got on this and he got on that, because people do that. You might see a dude in some bum sneakers and feel like, fuck, I ain't gonna listen to this dude. Like, this dude ain't a nobody. But in jail, you don't see none of that. You get what I'm saying? You get to really hear people out. So I had older dudes that was keeping me on point. That's why I came home glowing. You know what I mean? I was in shape. I read a lot of books. You get what I'm saying? That's what woke me up. That's what snapped me out of it.
Because when I saw you getting ready, or right when you came out, and man, it was like within 24 hours you were up at the radio station. I'm like, this about to be a problem.
Yeah,
You've been sitting down a little bit, writing, goes right to the radio station and ready to let somebody have it. I'm like, I'm tapped in.
I was supposed to go to Breakfast Club too, but they didn't like how I went to Hot 97.
Okay,
first.
I was gonna ask you about that. I didn't see you guys on Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Like Charlemagne, I was in contact with. Shouts to Charlemagne. No, it's no love lost. But I was supposed to go over there, but I wanted to do both.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And they made you choose, or it was just kind of politics?
It
like
was
we were
politics,
talking about?
you know what I mean? So,
I'll just come on legit bag, man. You know,
it's like
just good, right?
Yeah. But yeah, like just being in there, and because I started out reading like hood novels and shit, and that's what got me back to reading. And then people put me on like that's mud for the brain, bro. Fuck them hood books.
Right.
Start reading these type of books.
Yeah.
So I started reading self-help books and spiritual different books that opened my mind, because I never really subscribed to religion. You know what I mean? But I was always a spiritual person. I was always connected with God. But religion is, you know what I mean, it's man-made. So, and I don't jack the Bible. I read the Bible a few times. And I don't knock it, but you know what I mean? A lot of those books that I was reading, like, it's only one. Like, religion is all different, but it all leads to one place. You get what I'm saying? But when you could feel it in your heart and your soul when something is right and you on the right track. And I feel like a lot of those books opened my mind to that, and that's what really changed me and really matured me to the point where I could see clearer. I honestly, like, yo, bro, no joke. I tell my brother this, and this is word on my daughter's life. I feel like I'm smarter than 95% of people, period. I feel like I came home feeling like I could just figure out problems fast. And I'll be looking around the room like, you all right? All you got to do is do this, do that, do that. Niggas like, oh, okay. Fucking computers and all that. Like, yo, bro, I'm a beast, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a beast, bro. Just anything. I record myself. I've been recording myself for years. My albums, except for my first album, I recorded most of my projects myself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I feel like hip hop is kind of missing that those guys with the rap sheets that actually check out, and that's why I'm a big fan of yours, because I mean you can look back, anything that you say is like really for real, and fact check it. I mean, guys got a rap sheet at the end of the day to back this up.
Facts.
So I think that plays a real big part in everything too, man. And the bars are just authentic and just real. And they've been consistent throughout the years.
It come
For
from
real,
the heart.
I can tell.
They ain't premeditated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even a current event bar, it's not forced.
Yeah.
It's like it has to coincide with what I'm speaking about. Like if I'm speaking about something and that current, even though it's good, that current event bar doesn't match what I'm talking, I won't put it in. I'll just save it. I'll just save it in my phone and come back to it later. But yeah, that's how.
That's interesting, man. How you record yourself, engineer yourself. You can kind of do it all. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I don't like recording. Like people be like, "Yo, I got this big nigga. That shit multi-million-dollar studio." I don't give a fuck. Why did come out here for
Get
that?
out the mud.
I got a studio in my house.
Yeah.
I don't need to record in nobody else's studio. I don't want I'm good. I don't want nobody. I'm good, man. I like to do this shit on my own, and then people can hear it afterwards. I don't need nobody's opinion, nothing. You get what I'm saying? I feel like rap is what you bring to the table. It's where your slang, your twang or whatever it is, your where you from. It's like
that lingo.
Yeah, that lingo, like your style, the way you dress, the way you walk, talk. You know what I mean? The words you choose to use in rap and music, the way you format it. You get what I'm saying? Like I never cared about having people. My first singles I came up with them on my own. Nobody had to tell me, yo. I never had to go back to the drawing board. Like the label never had to tell me, yo, we don't like this single.
I bet not.
Do something else.
I bet.
Never. I would feel offended.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
I feel you on that. Getting into your music a little bit. Still Standing 2.
Yes.
How'd all that come about?
Still Standing 2 came from Still Standing 1.
Yeah.
I had got shot. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, that's what Still Standing stand for.
Oh shoot!
I got shot in my leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got shot. Attempted robbery. Somebody tried to You know, it's just the regular
Yeah.
life, man. I had to learn. I had to learn from shit like that. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to be cool, flashy, around the wolves.